Team DeathNote is now on Patreon. Follow us to unlock exclusive content and watch videos that we release for up to 1 or more days earlier than on YouTube, with unique tiers such as Namekian Race, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan Elite, Godly Heroes, and Godly Villains. Click the link on the description down below. Now back to the video. Hey, so what's up guys, it's Gabby from Team DeathNote TDN back at it again, and this is a segment, for today's video, and this is called Tips and Tricks. So basically, I am going to go over, a couple of tips and tricks that probably new players or people that are interested in joining the game but have not bought cards yet, and they want to see what is the game about. This is for you type of players, or for even old type of players that sometimes have kind of like a mislip and they did not know that these cards can actually work these type of ways. So first, your leader awakens in any combo step, and there's something very important to know, because there's a couple of people that I play against, even old players from set 1, where they don't really actually know this type of information, that your leader can awaken in any combo step, during your combo step, during your opponent's combo step, if your leader's attacking, or if one of your battle cards is attacking, or if your battle card is being attacked. You can actually awaken your leader if you meet the criteria of awakening, and you get to draw 2 or untap 2, whatever your leader does for him to awaken. So that is actually very good, because let's say you're swinging with a Kaba, he's that 1-drop 5k. When you attack, you can rip a life and put it to your hand. He gains 10,000 double strike. Let's say you don't have no cards in hand, or you don't have no type of battle cards in hand to actually finish off the game, or try to make your opponent dump cards. So you swing with the Kaba. Then you can, if your opponent says no negate, you activate the Kaba's effect. You take a card, 10,000 double strikes, it becomes a 15k. Then your opponent says no block. Then you can go into your combo step. So you awaken your leader, and you draw 2 or you untap 2, whatever, and then you keep on going on with your combo. So that's actually very good. And as well, another thing is that if your leader card is being attacked, you can awaken. Let's say your opponent has a 10k attacker and he attacks your leader and he says no combo, and you don't want to spend a 5k from hand, because it might be a Majin Buu, or it might be a Kaba. It might be something that can actually turn the game around against your opponent. You can always awaken if your leader card on the flip side is a 15k. You draw 2 or untap 2, making it that your opponent does not hit you anymore, because your power level is actually higher than what the card is attacking him is. Now, Senzu Bean as well. Senzu Bean can be given to any of your battle cards. It doesn't matter who attacks or who is being attacked, and that is the truth. I can swing with my leader towards your leader or one of your battle cards, and if he says no negates or no blocks, you can go into your combo step, tap 1 blue energy, activate Senzu Bean, but you don't have to give the Senzu Bean to your leader if your leader's the one attacking. You can actually give it to one of your battle cards. Or if your battle card is attacking, you don't have to give it to that battle card. You could give it to your leader or one of your other battle cards. Or if you're being attacked, you don't have to necessarily give that Senzu Bean to the card that's being attacked. You can actually give it to your leader or to one of your other battle cards. So this is very important, guys. A lot of people don't really know that type of play, and if you do, I actually congratulate you guys. But this is one neat trick that you could do with Senzu Bean. Now the other one is the Buhan. The Buhan is the 7-drop Majin Buu, of course. You can combo when you attack with him, right? So this is a combo that you do when you attack with the 7-drop Majin Buu. So as you guys know, or if you guys don't know, there's a 5-drop Majin Buu red. I think his name is Evil Awakening Majin Buu, or something like that. If it's not, please correct me. So he's a 5-drop, saying that you put a card underneath him. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be Gohan. You search the deck. He does Union Absorb, and he fetches out for the 7-drop Majin Buu, and you play him on top of that card. So now the 7-drop Majin Buu does this. He has dual attack. So after he attacks, he can restand, and that's only once per turn. So after his first attack, he restands and he can attack again. He does not restand again. But this is a combo that you can actually do, especially if your leader card is blue and you have a couple of unyielded in hands or Senzu Beans or something that can make you untap. You can actually go into the 7-drop Majin Buu. If you have a Gohan underneath him, which is the Gohan, the 6-drop, the one that becomes a 2-drop, because the 7-drop Majin Buu, what he does is that he can absorb an effect from a Gohan that's underneath him, and if you have a card underneath this card, I believe, you can attack active battle cards. So you swing with the Majin Buu, right? And after you attack for 30,000, double strike if you have a Gohan or whatnot, he restands. Then, if you have the other 5-drop Majin Buu that Union absorbs into him and to your hand, you can actually do a Senzu Bean, especially doing Senzu Bean, because then your Majin Buu keeps the plus 5,000, so he'll be at 35k. So, you could do a Senzu Bean, replay the Majin Buu, the 5-drop on top of the 7, because he has an evolve. So you evolve on him, and you go into the 5-drop. You put one card underneath him, search your deck for the other 7-drop. The 7-drop gets played to him again, and he swings again for 30,000 double strike. He restands and 30,000 double strikes again. So that's actually very, very good. A lot of people don't really know that type of combo. That combo was introduced actually to me, you know, from my brother. So that's actually a very cool idea that you can actually do. The other one is the Cooler 7-drop. Okay, so the Cooler 7-drop, he is a Frieza's Clan card. He is 30k attack, he's a double strike, and he has to activate main effect, saying that you can remove one of your battle cards from your battle area. If you do, you search your discard pile for a Frieza Clan or a Cooler, or I don't really remember the rest. I just remember Frieza's Clan because I always get the Frieza. So you search your discard pile for the Frieza and you play it by removing one of your cards. Now this is the thing, the 7-drop Cooler, if you do not have another battle card out there, don't worry about it, because he can actually always remove himself. So after you attack with him, you remove himself, you tap 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and you search the drop zone or drop area or graveyard for one of those Friezas, and they get slapped onto the field. So yeah. The other one is using your leader's ability twice in one turn. Now, I know people are going to say like, oh man, especially if you're new to the game or trying to get into the game, and you know, if it says once per turn, you will figure that you can only use that effect once per turn. 1, you're correct. 2, you're also incorrect, because this was going on. Now, this is how you get to abuse your leader's ability twice per turn. 1, you're at 4 or 6 or whatever criteria that you have to meet for your leader to awaken. For example, 1 is Golden Frieza. Golden Frieza. I'm at 4 life. Golden Frieza awakens at 4 life, which I flip this card over. I draw 2 cards. Now, Golden Frieza's ability is this: you get to KO one of your Frieza's army card. If you do, you get to untap 1 energy and you get to draw a card. Now, if you are at 4 life or less, this is what happens. You get to use the Frieza effect on his front side. So you KO one of your cards, untap, draw 1, then you awaken, draw 2 cards. Since that is a totally new, different card, because even his name changes into Ultimate Form Golden Frieza, you get to use his effect again, where you can sack another one of your Frieza's army card, untap 2, and draw a card as well. Then you attack with the card, and you get to feed off his effect that when you attack, you get to draw a card, giving you so many more pluses into your hand than what you originally planned. The other leader that can actually do that is the Future Trunks leader, because his ability is that when you combo with a card that's a size 2 or more, you get to draw a card during the combo step. So now this was going on. If you're at 4 life or less, which is the criteria that you have to meet for you to draw 2 cards and flip them over so he can awaken, you can actually attack with one of your battle cards before awakening, combo with a size 2 or more, you get to draw a card. Then you flip over the Future Trunks, put him into his awakening state, and you draw 2 cards. And then you get the ability again, saying that once per turn during your turn, when you combo with a card that's size 2 or more, you get to draw a card as well. So you can actually abuse his ability twice as well during that one turn. And the other card that you can abuse is the Majin Vegeta, the red one, the one that came out in the Dash Box, I think it is. Dash Box or Tournament Box. I'm not really too sure what the name is. The Draft Box. So the Majin Vegeta, he has the ability saying that once per turn you can discard a card from hand, and if you do, he gets plus 5,000 in crit. So now when you're at 4 or less, you can discard a card. He gains 5,000 crit, and then you awaken with him, draw 2, and so now your the 5,000 gets transferred over, so he will be a 20k. Then you discard a card again from hand, and he gains 5,000 in crit, so he'll be a 25k crit during that turn. And if he gets errated in the future, you know, up to the point that I am telling you this information now, that's how he is. If he gets errated, I am very sorry about that. And also, we're going into auto abilities. They still go off even if your opponent negates the attack, like Mecha Frieza. So your auto ability still goes off even if your opponent negates the attack. So the deal with Mecha Frieza is that he's a 4-drop. He has dual attack. So okay, on top of the dual attack is this. So you can attack with the Mecha Frieza, correct? If your opponent negates that attack, his effect goes off, saying that once per turn after this card attack, you can restand this card. So even if that card got negated, you can restand that Mecha Frieza and attack again, unless your opponent uses a card that says otherwise, kind of like the peel off that he erases. Well, not really. He can't erase the auto ability, so no. The other card that we're going into is the Gotenks. He is the 3-drop green, saying that when this card attacks, your opponent has to discard a card from hand. So even if his effect goes off, your opponent actually has a chance to negate first, then he has to drop the card from hand. So even if his attack gets negated for any type of reason, your opponent still has to dump a card from hand, because his effect is an auto that actually was already in play. Now, your main phase is a couple of things about your main phase. After every attack comes your main phase one more time. So what does that mean? After every attack comes your main phase. So this is pretending to like a card that's called Mighty Mask, that you can attack with him. So you play this card into the battle area, right? He has an activate main effect saying that you can KO that card, search a deck for up to 1 Trunks Youth and Goten Youth with 15 attack or less, and add it to your hand. Now you can play him out there into the battle area. You can attack with the Mighty Mask. Then, since after every attack is your main phase happens again. So this is actually something that's very good in this game and changes the overall experience of the game entirely. So you attack with the Mighty Mask, then you can KO the Mighty Mask, search for the 2 cards and put it to your hand. And it's still your main phase all over again. If you have more battle cards out there, you can attack with the other battle cards, and then it's your main phase again. So if you want to activate some type of activate main effect, you can. The other one is, don't be so quick to play all of your battle cards. Always keep your opponent guessing. And this is something that's very, very important, because I see, you know, especially like new type of players out there, since they don't really know too much. You know, they will call out all their cards first, because, you know, they come from other games like Vanguard, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, you know, and type of things like that, where they think that after you attack, you cannot recall a monster or a battle card or whatever it is that you want to call it, creature, rear guard. So they don't think that they can play another battle card, due to the point that they already skipped their battle phase. And no, it's not like that. Because basically, to kind of dumb it down, after every battle phase comes your active main. So this is where you play the mind games against your opponent, trying to see, you know, how many cards can your opponent actually dump from hand by comboing out the card that you just went out there with, or, you know, if he counters because he's yellow, bloodlust. So, you know, it's a wide variety of things that you can actually do, because, you know, the one thing about this game, key point to this game, just like every other game, is that try to make your opponent believe something else when it's truly not. So basically, always keep your opponent guessing. Don't let your opponent guess what you're going to do. Because once you go into that type of phase, you know, you're basically boosting up his chances of winning by like 50%, because then he's gonna know how to counterattack you if he has the cards in hand, of course, because if he doesn't have the cards in hand, then there's no way that he can stop you from doing what you want to do, especially when you're playing against leaders that have like cold bloodlust, or leaders that can negate, or you know, they have like some funny type of effects, and that once this card negate, you know, like your opponent cannot attack again during his turn or such and such, you know. So you're always trying to see when do you call out all of your battle cards, when to call them out. If you attack first, combo first, and then do the effect, and then you held back, and then you call out another dude, you know, and that sends signals to your opponent. Then his body language starts to tell you something, starts to paint a picture where you can actually see. So yeah, this is a brief segment of tips and tricks over here. This is Gabi from Team DeathNote, and you know, TDN, and just remember, my dude, we said it first. Peace out.
Que lo que es fortuna.